Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Whip It Like Butter. It's your girl Ashley, and today, of course, I'm bringing you another pound cake recipe. Yes, today we're going to make a 5 flavor pound cake, y'all. So we're putting vanilla, rum, butter, lemon, coconut. I had to look up because I had to make sure that I remember all 5 flavors right into this pound cake. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So I'll show you how it's done. Let's go.
Okay, so we're going to start off by putting our room temperature butter and our shortening into our bowl, and we're going to start the whipping process like so, and then we're going to add our sugar in there real nice and slow, a little bit at a time. Get that nice and blended. Makes for a perfect mixture of your fats and your sugars. So you want to keep mixing until it's nice and whipped, which is about like this, before we start adding any other ingredients. Okay, so we're going to add our extracts into our bowl. So this is a 5 flavor pound cake. So we're using butter, lemon, vanilla, rum, and coconut flavoring, y'all. These flavors mix in really well together. You can try some other flavors like almond or something like that. Almond will probably really mix well if you go into like using orange or something like that. I can't promise you how good it will be, so you have to really experiment for yourself. Okay, so we're going to add our room temperature eggs into the bowl one at a time, mixing well between each addition of adding the eggs into the bowl. So, you don't want to see any yellow before you add your next egg into your bowl. And so, of course, we're going to go ahead and scrape down the sides of the bowl so we make sure everything gets nice and mixed. And we're going to start by alternating our flour and our milk into the mixture. So, as always, you start with the flour and you end with the flour. So, we're just doing milk, flour, milk. And of course, I should have put that into a measuring cup so I have the spilling going on, but hey, we rolling with it. Flour and then milk until you finish. And make sure, of course, that your milk is at room temperature. So I'm just showing y'all here so you can see how I like to show y'all in all my videos just how the batter changes. So once you mix the liquid, once you actually see it blended into the batter, even though I know this is sped up, is a little bit fast, but you can still see. Once your wet ingredient is mixed into the batter, then you add your dry ingredient. Same thing with your dry ingredient. Once it mixes into the batter, then you add your wet immediately. Don't wait too long because we don't want to overmix. I know that sounds complicated, but as you bake, you really get the hang of it, okay? Practice makes perfect. So we always leave at the end to do some hand mixing so we don't overmix our cake. We're going to what? Spray the hell out of that bump pan, okay? Because we don't do no sticking over here. So you just move it back and forth and spray all the nooks and crannies just to make sure that you get a really good base, okay? And then we're going to pour that batter right into this pan, just like so. We're going to lay that batter into this pan and we're going to smooth the top of it. And we're going to put our cake in the oven. It's already preheated, 325 degrees. And we're going to bake this for about an hour and 15 minutes. Been trying a new thing too. Been putting a pan of water in there, and it's really been bringing out the moisture in the cakes, y'all. Okay, so we're just spreading the top like so. Once we take it out of the oven, we're gonna let it cool for 20 minutes. I don't let my cakes cool for more than 20 minutes, and we're gonna flip that thing up out of there. Okay, look at her, look at her. Yes, honey, smooth like what? Butter comes right out of that pan. All right, so let's go ahead and make this icing real quick, or this glaze, or whatever you want to call it, the topping for our cake. So we're going to start off with some powdered sugar, and then we're going to add all 5 flavors again: butter, lemon, vanilla, rum, coconut. We're just going to add a half a teaspoon of each here. We added a whole teaspoon into our batter. Okay, get all that into your bowl, and then of course we got to have some other liquid too. So we're going to add a little bit of milk, and we're gonna get that all nice and incorporated. So we're adding the milk right here. The milk doesn't have to be at room temperature, y'all. This is icing. You really don't even need a stand mixer for this. You can always just use a whisk or a fork or something like that to make your icing. And also, same thing with cakes. If you're new to baking cakes, you can use a hand or a stand mixer. It's just really easier for me to do these videos with a stand mixer. Plus, honey, I bought that thing, so I gotta use it. Okay. All right. So what I did is as I went, I scraped down the sides of the bowl. I decided I wanted a little bit more powdered sugar because I wanted it to be a little bit thicker. So I actually did speed up the mixing process right here because sometimes it takes a little bit for the powdered sugar to really get mixed in there and so you don't have any clumps. Again, your milk doesn't have to be at room temperature, but you still may need to turn your mixer up just to make sure you get um, that glaze really beat nice and well so everything is nice and smooth like this. And then you just go ahead and pour your glaze over your cake however you like. You can also have like some fresh fruit or something like that with this, like some strawberries or some blueberries and maybe like even some whipped cream on the side will really be nice. Show y'all this nice beautiful slice, okay? And then stick around because we're getting ready to do the taste test. Ooh, honey, look at that. Nice and even. Oh my gosh. I even cut this cake while it was a little bit warm, which I don't normally do, but it cut very well. Okay, let's get into the taste test.
So of course I'm excited for the taste test. You know what, my great aunt used to make all types of pound cakes. She was an avid baker and she talked about the 5 flavor pound cake, but I never got a chance to taste hers. That's only one of the cakes that I never got to taste that she made. Not commonly talked about, but I think this is definitely a winner. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the taste test. Y'all know I like that bottom, that crunch. Mm-hmm. Super moist. I can definitely taste all the flavors, that rum, that coconut, and almost that vanilla almost gives it like an almond feel. The cake is real nice, moist, and tender. Y'all been trying something new too. I put a pan of water on the bottom rack underneath my cakes now because when I moved to this place, it seemed like my cakes were dry. I was like, maybe I need to do some oil or something like that. Honey, I started putting that pan of water underneath my cake, made a complete difference. Mm-hmm. Great for the upcoming holidays, just because anytime, this cake is definitely a winner. So as always, don't be stingy. Make sure that you share, like, subscribe if you haven't already, and join us back for more over here with the like butter. It says butter, but it's butter. Bye.